Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 9th. So students, in today's video we will start reading with our next chapter from the book Moments. This is chapter number 9 and the name of the chapter is The Accidental Tourist, and this chapter is written by Mr. Bill Bryson. So he is the writer of this chapter. So students, The Accidental Tourist, it is a story, in fact very funny, very interesting story. So now let's start the story. First of all, before you read, so before starting the story, let's get some idea. They say that the world today is a small place because travel has become easy. So they say means it is a very famous saying that the world today is a small place. Okay, so why today's world is recorded as a small place? Because of, because the travel is very much easy. We can travel to each and every place, right, from one place to another in this entire world. So we cannot say that that country is very far, that place is very far, because we have so many options and traveling is very much easy, very much comfortable nowadays. And this is the reason that this saying is there, that today's world is a very small place. Clear? But not everybody finds it easy to travel, but at the same time again it is a fact that traveling is not a thing that is comfortable, or we can say that is easy for each and every person. Here the author reflects humorously his experiences as a traveler, and in this chapter that we are going to read here, in this chapter the author, or we can say the narrator, is reflecting in a very humorous manner his own experiences as a traveler. Okay, so why he is calling himself as an accidental tourist? Because whenever he is there as a traveler, whenever he is there as a tourist, that each and every time there are so many accidents that take place in his life. Okay, so in a very humorous way, in a very funny way, the narrator is presenting, the narrator is giving a detail, an account of his own experiences as a traveler. Okay, so it's a very funny story, very interesting story. And now let's reading with the story. Of all the things I am not very good at, living in the real world is perhaps the most outstanding. So in the very first line of this chapter, the narrator is saying that of all the things I am not very good at. It means there are so many things in which the narrator, he is not at all good, and in all those things, what is the most outstanding, what is the most important, what is the biggest thing, that is to live in the real world. Okay, so this is the biggest thing, this is the most important thing in which the narrator, in which the writer, he is not at all good at. Okay, I am constantly filled with wonder at the number of things that other people do without any evident difficulty that are pretty much beyond me. And why the narrator is saying this thing, that he is not at all good at living in the real world? So next he is explaining this thing, and he is saying that constantly the narrator is filled with wonder, right? He is always very much wondered, he is always very much surprised. And why? Because there are so many number of things that the other people are able to do without any evident difficulty. Evident means clear. Okay, so all the other people, they are able to do a lot many of things without any difficulty, but the same things, when the narrator is trying to do all those things, all those same things, then obviously the narrator, he has to face a lot of difficulties, a lot of problems. So narrator is saying the same thing here. He is saying that constantly he is filled with wonder, constantly he is very much surprised, because there are a number of things that the other people are able to do without any difficulty, without any problem, but those same things are much beyond the reach of the narrator. When the narrator is trying to do the same thing, then at a time the narrator, he is facing a lot of problem, a lot of difficulty. So this is the reason that the narrator is saying that there are so many things in which the narrator, he is not at all good at, but the most outstanding one, but the most important one is to live in the real world. Clear? I cannot tell you the number of times that I have gone looking for the lavatory in a cinema, for instance, and ended up standing in an alley on the wrong side of a self-locking door. And now the writer, now the narrator, he is presenting some of the instances, some of the examples in front of us, that why he is saying so, that the things that are pretty much easier for all the people, but for the narrator the same things are having a lot of difficulties. So narrator is presenting some of the instances, and the first instance is he is saying that the narrator is saying that he is unable to tell the number of times. It means it happened so many times that suppose the narrator is there in a cinema, he is there in a theater to watch a movie, and then he is looking for the lavatory. What lavatory means? Lavatory is the washrooms. Okay, so suppose the narrator is there in a cinema hall, he is there in a theater. Why? Because he is there to watch a movie, and there he is looking for the washrooms, he is looking for the restrooms. For instance is an example. So narrator is presenting one example here, and then he just ended up standing in an alley. Alley is the long narrow area on the wrong side of a self-locking door. So first of all, let's see what self-locking door means. So students, in this picture you all can see, you all must have been to a movie theater, right? So in all the movie theaters such kind of doors are there, and they are self-locking door. What it means? It means if you are inside the door, so you can come outside, but when you are outside you can't open the door because they are self-locking door. आप अंदर से तुमको खोल सकते हो, but जैसे आप खोल के बाहर आते हो तो वो लॉक हो जाते हैं. You won't be able to open those doors from outside. So such doors are regarded as the self-locking door. So now the writer, he is presenting the first instance of his clumsiness, that whenever he is there in a movie theater, and at that time he is looking for the washrooms, he just wanted to use the washroom, and at that time he just ended up in an area, and that area is the wrong side of the self-locking door. Okay, so now he is at the wrong side. It means वो इन door का use करके बाहर आ गए हैं, and now he is outside and he is not able to go inside again. Okay, so this is his experience whenever he is there to a movie theater. My particular specialty now is returning to hotel desk 2 or 3 times a day and asking what my room number is. And again another instance is here, another example is here, and now the writer is saying that his particular specialty nowadays is, what is it? To return to hotel desks 2 or 3 times. Hotel desk means the reception area. It means whenever the narrator he is there in one or other hotel, then so many times he has to go to reception area. Why? Just to ask that what his room number is. It means he is always so much confused, he is always so much puzzled that so many times he just forgets about his room number, and this is the reason that for so many times he has to come to the reception area just to ask that what is the room number. Okay, so now we can imagine that how clumsy the narrator is, how confused and puzzled the narrator is. Okay, so when he is in the movie theater, so he was looking for washrooms, he was looking for the restroom, but he is just outside the self-locking door. Okay, and when he is in a hotel, then so many times he has to come to the reception area again and again just to ask about his room number, because he very easily forget about his room number. I am in short easily confused. So now narrator he is accepting this thing and he is saying that very easily he is confused, very easily he is so much puzzled. I was thinking about this the last time we went en famille on a big trip. Okay, so en famille is actually a French word and it means one's family. So now narrator is saying that he was thinking about the last time when narrator along with his complete family they went on a big trip, they went on a vacation, they went for a holiday. It was at Easter and we were flying to England for a week. So when was the last vacation? It was at Easter time. Easter is a festival as we all know, and for the festival the entire family they were flying to England, and that too for a week. Okay, so it was Easter, it was a festival, vacations were there, holidays were there. So the entire family of the narrator they planned a trip to England, and that trip was for 1 week. That trip was for 7 days. When we arrived at Logan Airport in Boston and were checking in, I suddenly remembered that I had recently joined British Airways frequent flyer program. And now narrator he is presenting one more hilarious incident that actually happened with him, and he is saying that when he was there for the vacation, for the trip, and the entire family was going to England for 7 days, and when finally they arrived at Logan Airport, that is in Boston, and they were checking in there at the airport. So at that time suddenly the narrator remembered what, that he had recently joined British Airways frequent flyer program. So this is a program and it is launched by British Airways, and it is entitled as a frequent flyer program. It means all the people who fly very frequently, who travel very frequently using British Airways, so they can get some advantage, they can get some profits. Okay, so this is the program that was launched by British Airways, and the narrator he also traveled very frequently, he also traveled a lot, and this is the reason he joined this program, that is frequent flyer program. And when the narrator he was there at the Logan Airport in Boston, then suddenly he remembered this thing, that very recently he joined this program, that is frequent flyer program launched by British Airways. I also remembered that I had put the card in the carry-on bag that was hanging around my neck. And when he remembered this thing about the frequent flyer program, at the same time he also remembered another thing, and this thing was that he had put the card. So what card he is talking about here? The card here means when he joined that program, that is frequent flyer program, so at that time he was given a card. Okay, so now whenever he is there to a airport and he is using British Airways, so every time he has to show this card only, and then only he can get all the advantage, then only he can get all the facilities, or we can say all the privilege. Okay, so now he also remembered that the card of this program is there in the carry-on bag, and that bag was hanging around the neck of the narrator. So what carry-on bag means? In this picture we all can see this bag is known as carry-on bag. Okay, why? Because we can carry such bags on our shoulders, on our neck. Okay, so he was having this kind of carry-on bag around his neck, and inside that bag there was the card. And which card he is talking about here? The card of the frequent flyer program. And here's where the trouble started, and the actual trouble started from this point only. When he remembered about the card, when he remembered about the frequent flyer program, then only the real trouble started. So what is the real trouble? Let's see. The zip on the bag was jammed. So now the narrator he was trying to open the zip. Why? Because the card was there inside the bag, right? We have read earlier that he was having such kind of carry-on bag, and inside that bag there was the card. So now the narrator he needed that card to show to the reception area. So now he just wanted to take out the card, and for that obviously he has to open the zip. So when he was trying to open the zip of the bag, then he found that the zip of the bag it just jammed. He was unable to open the zip. So I pulled on it and yanked at it with grunts and frowns and increasing consternation. Okay, so the narrator he is just trying to open the zip of the bag, but the zip of the bag it just jammed. It was not at all moving, and the narrator he was just trying to open it. He was pulling it, okay, and he just yanked at it. So what yanked means? Yank means to pull with a kind of a jerk. Okay, so he was trying very hard, he was pulling the zip. Okay, and with grunts and frowns. Grunts is a sound that he was making because of the anger, because of irritation, and frowns is the angry look of the face. Okay, so obviously now the narrator he is very much angry, he is very much irritated because he was trying to open the bag because he needed that card, but the zip it was not at all moving, and he was just trying to to open it. He was pulling it with jerk. He was making some angry sounds and some angry, expressions were there on his face, and he was having a feeling of consternation. He was having a feeling of anxiety and distress, and that feeling was increasing gradually. That feeling was increasing. Okay, so now we can imagine his situation. He is there on an airport. He just trying to open the zip of the bag, but the zip is completely jammed. It is not at all moving, and the narrator, he is full of anxiety, he is full of distress, he is full of anger, he is making some angry sounds, and his face is covered with all anger expressions and irritating expressions, and he is just pulling the zip again and again. Okay, I kept this up for some minutes, but it wouldn't buzz. Okay, so still the narrator, he was just trying to open the zip for some minutes, but still the zip of that bag wouldn't buzz. Buzz means move. Okay, because the zip है वो पूरी तरह से jam हो चुकी थी. It was not at all moving. So I pulled harder and harder with more grunts, but the narrator, he is also very much determined to open the zip. So he was trying, he was pulling the zip again and again, and now he was pulling it even harder and harder, and with more grunts, with more facial expressions. Well, you can guess what happened, and now narrator is saying to his readers that now you all can imagine that what would have happened when he is trying to pull the zip very harder and harder, right? So what have happened, you all can guess, you all can imagine. Abruptly the zip gave way. So what happened? Abruptly means suddenly the zip of the bag, it gave way. Suddenly जो zip थी वो अचानक से पूरी खुल जाती है, पूरी अलग हो जाती है, right? It means जो zip है वो jam हो चुकी थी, and the narrator, he was pulling it harder and harder. So suddenly the zip, it just gave way. The side of the bag flew open, and everything within, newspaper cuttings and other loose papers, a 14-ounce tin of pipe tobacco, magazines, passport, English money, film, was extravagantly ejected over an area about the size of a tennis court. And when that carry-on bag, the zip of that bag just gave way. So what happened? So now it is presenting the description, and he is saying that the side of the bag just flew open, and everything that was there inside the bag. So what was all the things that were inside the bag? So there were some newspaper cuttings, there were some other loose papers, okay, and one 14-ounce tin of pipe tobacco was there, some magazines were there, passports were there, some English money, English currency was there, some film was there. So everything that was there inside the bag. So because of this thing, that the zip of the bag, it it just gave way. So everything that was there inside the bag was extravagantly ejected. Extravagantly means in a very excessive way, and ejected means throw out. Okay, so now everything that was there inside the bag, everything just came out, and they spread over an area about the size of a tennis court. So in this picture we can see this thing. He is the narrator, he is having this carry-on bag in his hand, and he is trying to open the zip. He is pulling the zip harder and harder, and suddenly the side of the bag, it just flew open, and everything that was there inside the bag, everything was coming out, everything was just falling out. Okay, so all the papers, magazines, currency, whatever was there inside the bag, everything, all the thing just came out from the bag. Okay, so obviously it is very embarrassing scene, it is very embarrassing situation for the narrator. I was dumbstruck as 100 carefully sorted documents came raining down in a fluttery cascade. Coins bounced to a variety of noisy oblivions, and the now lidless tin of tobacco rolled crazily across the concourse, discoursing its contents as it went. So now what happened next? When the zip of the bag, it gave way, and everything that was there inside the bag, now everything everything was there outside to the nearby area. So now what happened next? So narrator is saying that now he was watching, dumbstruck means very shocked. So obviously the narrator is very much shocked, and he was just standing there, he was just watching there in a very shocked manner, because 100 carefully sorted documents now just came raining down. How? It just like a fluttery cascade. Okay, so in that bag all the paper, all the documents that he was having, so they were very important paper, they were very important documents, and very carefully he just sorted all those documents. But now all those documents, all those papers, they were raining down from the bag in a fluttery cascade. Cascade means step by step, or we can say waterfall. It means हम सब ने waterfall देखा है. ओके, सो जिस तरह से waterfall होता है, वो जिस तरह से continuously इस तरह से जिसमें से पानी आता रहता है. So now all the papers, they were falling, they were raining down as if a waterfall. Okay, so जिस तरह से waterfall होता है, उस तरह से step by step all the paper, all the documents, they were falling down. And as we have read that some coins were also there, some money was also there. So now all the coins जो बैग में से गिर गए थे, now they bounced, okay, to a variety of noisy oblivions. Oblivions means not aware of. Okay, so now all the coins, they were bouncing on the floor, and because of that they were having a noisy sound. Okay, and the narrator, he is saying that he was not very much aware of the coins, that उस बैग के अंदर इतने coins भी हैं. Okay, and now lidless tin of tobacco, and one more thing was there in the bag, that was the tobacco tin. Okay, और अब जो tobacco tin था, it was lidless. Lidless means जो tobacco की lid थी वो खुल चुकी थी जब वो tin floor पे गिरा. So because of that जो tin थी वो हट गई थी, and now जो tin की lid थी वो हट गई थी, and now the tin is lidless. Okay, and now it was rolling in a very crazy manner across the concourse. So what concourse means? Concourse means the large open area. Okay, like in this picture you all can see, we know that narrator is at the airport. Okay, so this lobby, or we can say this open area of the airport, is known as concourse. Okay, so now he was there standing in the lobby, he was there standing on the concourse. So his tobacco tin, that is lidless now, so his lidless tobacco tin was rolling crazily across the concourse, disgorging its contents as it went. And when it was rolling, so obviously उसमें जो कंटेंट था उस टिन के अंदर जो सामान था, इट वॉज डिसगॉर्जिंग, इट वॉज पोरिंग आउट. ओके, सो जहाँ जहाँ वो टिन रोल होता हुआ जा रहा था, सो उसके अंदर जो टोबैको था इट वॉज कमिंग आउट, बिकॉज उसकी जो जो लिड है वो हटी हुई है, इट इज़ अ लिडलेस टिन. सो जहाँ जहाँ वो रोल होता जा रहा था, उसके अंदर का जो कंटेंट है डैट इज़ टोबैको, इट वॉज पोरिंग आउट, इट वॉज कमिंग आउट. क्लियर? My tobacco, I cried in horror, thinking what I would have to pay for that much tobacco in England now that another budget has come and gone, and then changed the cry to my finger, as I discovered that I had gassed my finger on the zip and was shedding blood in a lavish manner. So now when the narrator, when he watched this thing, that the lidless tin of his tobacco, now it was rolling everywhere there in the lobby of the airport, and the content, or we can say the tobacco that was there inside the tin, now it was pouring out, okay, everywhere. So when the narrator, when he watched this scene, then he cried in horror. Okay, and he cried, my tobacco, my tobacco. And why he cried? Because now he was thinking that what he would have to pay for that much tobacco in England, now that another budget had come and gone. Okay, so what it means? It means that we all know that the family of the narrator, they were going to England for the vacation, and now on the airport the entire tobacco that the narrator was having, it just spoiled. Okay, उसके अंदर जो tobacco था tin के अंदर, now it was coming out, it was pouring out. So when the narrator, he will be there in England, and at that time when he will need tobacco, so obviously he had to buy another tobacco, and in England the tobacco, it is very much expensive. So now he was thinking that how much he had to pay for that much of tobacco there in England. Okay, and this is the reason he was so terrified, he was so horrified that he cried, my tobacco, and then changed the cry to my finger, my finger. So earlier the narrator, he was having his entire concern only for the tobacco, so he was crying my tobacco, but the next moment his cry changed and now he was crying my finger, my finger. So why he was crying my finger? Let's see. As I discovered that I had guessed my finger on the zip, because now the narrator, he discovered, he just found this thing that the narrator, he had guessed his finger. Guessed means to cut. So he had cut his finger on the zip. It means when he was trying to open the zip, when he was pulling the zip harder and harder, then suddenly, then by mistake, by accident, he just cut his finger because of the zip, and now blood was shedding. Okay, and that too in a lavish manner, that too in a very large manner. It means there was one cut, there was one wound in the finger of the narrator, and now from that wound blood was coming out, blood was shedding, and a very large amount, in a very huge amount. Okay, so now we can imagine, you know, that yes, the narrator, he is very much clumsy, he is very much confused, he is very much puzzled, and now we can see that, you know, he is also very much clumsy. I am not very good around flowing blood generally, but when it's my own, well, I think hysterics are fully justified. So now the narrator, he is having this remark about, you know, the blood thing. So he is saying that he is not very much good around flowing blood generally. It means if some people, they are shedding blood, so narrator, obviously he is not having much concern, but when this is his own blood, when he himself is having some kind of wound, when his own blood is shedding, then obviously he is very much concerned, and he is saying that hysterics is the word that actually justified his condition. Hysterics means to go absolutely crazy. So narrator, he is saying that, you know, if another person is having some kind of wound and you know, he is flowing blood because of that wound, then the narrator, he is not much concerned. But when it comes to the narrator, when the narrator, he himself is having some kind of wound and the blood is flowing from that wound, then the narrator, he is so much concerned that he just go hysteric, he just go, you know, crazy. Confused and unable to help, my hair went into panic mode. So now the narrator, he is very much confused and he is totally unable to help, and because of this reason his hair went into panic mode. Now the narrator, he is so much confused, he is so much puzzled, and he is having no idea that what he should do now, and because of that his hair went into panic mode. Okay, it was at this point that my wife looked at me with an expression of wonder. So we have read earlier that the narrator, he was there with his entire family. So the wife of the narrator, she was also there, and at this point the wife of the narrator, she looked at the narrator and she was having an expression of wonder. So now the wife of the narrator, she is very much shocked, she is very much amazed that what the narrator is doing. Okay, not anger or exasperation, but just a simple wonder. Okay, so now narrator is saying that, you know, when the wife of the narrator, she was looking to narrator, so at that time she was having no anger, she was having no exasperation, means irritation. Okay, so she was neither angry, she was nor irritated, but she was simply wondered, she was simply shocked. And finally the wife of the narrator, she said, I can't believe you do this for a living. So wife of the narrator, she is very much shocked, she is very much surprised, and finally she said only one thing, that she is unable to believe that the narrator, he actually does this for a living, but I am afraid it's so. So now the narrator is saying that he is very much afraid that is it really so? I always have catastrophes when I travel. And finally the narrator, he is accepting this thing, that whenever the narrator, he is there as a traveler, he is there as a tourist, then every time he has to face a lot of catastrophes, a lot of disasters. So this is not the first time that the narrator he was facing such situations. Whenever he travels, wherever he goes, from one place to another place, then each and every time he faces such kind of situations, such kind of disasters, and he is calling such situations as catastrophes. Once on an aeroplane, I leaned over to tie a shoelace. Just at the moment, someone in the seat ahead of me threw his seat back into full recline and found myself pinned helplessly in the crash position. And now the narrator again he is presenting another incident that whenever he just travels, so each and every time how situations he has to face. Okay, so he is presenting another example, and he is saying that once he was traveling, once he was there in one of the aeroplane, and at that time he just leaned, he just bent forward over why to tie a shoelace. Okay, and just at that time some person who was sitting in the next seat, who was there in the seat ahead than the narrator, he just threw his seat back into full recline. So what it means? It means when the narrator he was sitting on a seat in one of the aeroplane, then suddenly he realized that उनके जो shoe laces है वो खुले हुए हैं. Okay, then he bent, he leaned, why? To tie the shoelace. Okay, so he is bending, and suddenly at that moment the person who was sitting on the next seat, he just pushed his seat in a full recline. So what recline means? In this picture you all can see this is the recline position of a seat. Okay, जो seat होती है वो इस तरह से जब हम उसको पीछे push कर देते हैं, so then this is known as a recline. So the passenger, the person who was sitting next to the narrator, so when the narrator he is there and he is bending forward, he was tying his shoelace. At that time the person who was sitting next to the narrator, he just pushed his seat back in full recline. So you can imagine कि अब क्या हुआ होगा. So the narrator he found himself pinned helplessly in the crash position. So obviously जो narrator है वो बीच में जहाँ है वो वहीं पे स्टक हो गए, राइट, बिकॉज अब इतना स्पेस नहीं था क्यों फिर से सीधे हो जाए, बिकॉज वो बैंड हुए हुए हैं, और जो आगे पर्सन बैठा हुआ था उसने अपनी सीट पूरी रिक्लाइन में ओपन कर ली थी. सो नाउ देयर वाज नो स्पेस लेफ्ट फॉर द नरेटर दैट ही वाज एबल टू sit straight again. So now he was completely struck there and very helplessly he was there in a crash position. So again it is a very hilarious incident that was there with the narrator. It was only by clawing the leg of the man sitting next to me that I managed to get myself freed. So finally how the narrator he was able to free himself. So he is saying that it was only by clawing the leg of the man. Claw means to clutch with hands. Okay, so finally the narrator he was able to free himself because finally he clawed the leg of the person who was sitting next to the narrator, and finally the narrator he managed to get himself freed. Okay, so narrator जहाँ पे lean हुए हुए थे, bend हुए हुए थे, so वहाँ से तो वो straight नहीं हो पा रहे थे because there was no space. Okay, so finally the person who was sitting next to the narrator, so the narrator he took his help, he actually clutched the leg of that person and finally he managed to get himself freed. Okay, so another, this was very hilarious, very funny experience, or we can say incident that was there with the narrator. Okay, so students, actually it's very hilarious, very funny chapter, and the narrator he actually is having so many disasters in his life whenever he is there as a traveler. Okay, so now we will read more such experiences in the next video. So see you in the next video. Thank you.